What's good, world? It's your boy Mastermind Man, and this is the weekday drop. We are on the final week of May, weekday drop. So, listen, we're gonna jump right in, cause I'll be back in here Thursday, cause there's a lot jumping off Thursday, man. But let's jump right into it. Yo, talk about this virtual Street Fighter that's gonna be happening on the PS4. Like, I'm pretty pumped for that because for the mere fact that we're still getting, you know what I'm saying, PS4 still getting some love shown to it. And hey, it's Street Fighter. We got a virtual Street Fighter. So kind of I'm interested to see. I didn't look too much into it, but for the mere fact we're getting that, plus some new games, monthly games is coming in June. I think it's gonna be pretty dope. And plus June, E3 is what, a week or 2 weeks away. I almost forgot. I'm not even gonna front. I almost forgot about E3 slightly because I was like, I know it's in June, but we're in May right now, so I'm just trying to remember all the stuff that's in May. But I almost slightly forgot. But E3, folks, is gonna be jumping. It's gonna be packed because that's gonna move it. That's gonna move me into talking about the next topic. We're talking about Final Fantasy. Yo, I think Final Fantasy is working on about 4 games, if I'm not mistaken. I know about like 2 of them, but I seen something today and I was like, yo, wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. Yo, so look, we got the Final Fantasy VII remake. Part 2. We all know about that. That's one, but I didn't really count that one, but that's one. We got the Final Fantasy 16. Can't forget about that. We're seeing the trailer. Looks amazing. We got something else that Square Enix is working on. I don't think it's like a Final Fantasy, but it's something Square Enix is working on, which is pretty dope. But this new one that we just heard about, that they're teaming up with Team Ninja to make a Final Fantasy game. Yo, so imagine Ninja Gaiden with a couple Final Fantasy characters. That's pretty much how, think of it like that. Because when you say Team Ninja, like, those guys can make some pretty cool Ninja Gaiden games. So imagine a Ninja Gaiden teaming up with Cloud, or Final Fantasy. We all love Final Fantasy. So you know what I'm saying. Think of your favorite Final Fantasy character. See, I honestly think like the similar to like the Advent Children. And what's the other? They had another Final Fantasy game. I always forget the name of it, but it was on PS Vita. It was on the PlayStation handheld, and I can't think of the name of it. But the point I'm getting to is they had all of the Final Fantasy characters like fighting against each other and tied in. Like they need to bring something like that into like a RPG world and have it that way. So I'm thinking about, cool, they're teaming up with Team Ninja and Ninja Gaiden, you know what I'm saying, got some really cool, aspects and things they can bring to the table of gaming with Final Fantasy. Make it something like that. I think it'd be really good. I think it'd be really, really, really something good. And I think they're really onto something. We're going to probably be seeing something probably in June, maybe at E3. I'm pretty sure we are, because Square Enix will be at E3. So that's gonna be the cool thing about it, man. Let me see. Yeah, we got Uncharted. Yo, the pictures of Uncharted. Let me just harp on that for a little bit. So we didn't get I didn't see like a full video trailer or anything for Uncharted, but yo, it's looking really good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, so they are still working on Uncharted. Before it was like they some of the actors or directors end up, jumping out of the film or whatnot. They stopped working on it. We had all this stuff, but finally got some type of proof that, hey, we're still getting an Uncharted movie. So I was pretty pumped about that and very happy to see about that. The other thing, PlayStation won't be at E3, but they will be doing their own thing at the State of Play. Hey, and that's what I'm talking about Thursday. So I'll be going live doing this whole State of Play with Horizon Zero Dawn. It's going to be dope. I didn't think they was going, release like a trailer this soon. But we're getting a trailer, folks. We're getting some gameplay footage this Thursday. And oh, man, it's going to be dope. Just stay tuned for the next Thursday weekday drop, because I'm definitely gonna be coming here talking about it, because the first one was a great game, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, the second one, if they don't improve on what they could have improved from the first one, they're gonna be to drop the ball. But I'm in very hopes of like, yo, they're gonna improve. They're gonna improve on what the first one couldn't do and deliver a lot more. And I really hope they, you know what I'm saying, don't digress off of the story and really focus heavy onto the story, and just stick to that, but really open up the world, you know what I'm saying, like much more opportunity and much more to do in the game. So I'm pretty pumped for it. Stay tuned for Thursday. Can't wait to see what we got going Thursday for that. They said we're going to get some gameplay footage, so I'm like, yo, I'm pumped for it. Speaking of pumped for it, this whole new Grand Theft Auto, man, this little Grand Theft Auto upgrade next gen thing, I'm like, then they're gonna charge us for it. Rumors that it may be about $59 to $69 for the new Grand Theft Auto 5 enhancement that's dropping in November. But if it was free, you know, it'll no brainer. Everybody's gonna play the heck out of it. I still think it's gonna do good numbers, but at this point, we want Grand Theft Auto 6. We don't want to play Grand Theft Auto 5 anymore. Now, Grand Theft Auto 5, don't get me wrong, it's still a very, very popular game. And it's really doing good. But we ready for GTA 6. Moving on. So, look, man, we got Horizon Zero done. That's I'm looking at the dates now. So, that's the 27th. That's Thursday. We got Sonic. The little Sonic thing, like Sonic having like a little event. Maybe they're gonna announce a new Sonic game or whatnot. That's also happening Thursday. We got Dying Light 2. I'm not too familiar with that game, but it looks pretty cool because it's a zombie game. All the freaking zombie games look cool. We got that's going on Thursday, and you know what I'm saying. This is like the beginning and the start of E3 almost. You know what I'm saying. So. We get these aren't necessarily heavy hitters, but Horizon Zero Dawn is definitely like PlayStation is definitely like, okay, this is gonna prepare you guys for E3. We're not gonna be there, but we're gonna show you something before E3 and we're gonna show you something after E3. And they're probably gonna have something during E3, but not with E3. Does it make any sense? But yeah. So that's definitely a heavy hitter. I'm interested to see what Sonic is gonna do. We usually always get like a, you know, Sonic Adventures, or I'm still waiting on freaking Sonic Adventures Part 2. They supposed to drop years ago. For those classic OG Sonic gamers, I want y'all to do me a quick favor. I wish I had my case nearby. Actually, still got all my old games. Wish I had my case nearby. I go over there and show it to the YouTube world. So, on GameCube, I think it was Sonic the Adventures 2. No, Sonic Adventures 1. One of them, I'm not sure, but it's old Sonic game. If you beat that game, I wish I had the case nearby. Next time when I go live on YouTube, shout out to the Anchor World, we're on YouTube also. But next time I go live on YouTube, I'm going to show the Sonic game to what I'm talking about. Then y'all, you know, kind of come back to this story. You beat the game and they show, it's like a cliffhanger. It was clearly going to be another series or another part of the game. Never came out. And it was really like jaw dropping. It was like, yo, I'm getting that new game when it comes out because of this ending. Yo, have to get it. So if you haven't done your research on the Sonic games, go back and play Sonic the Adventures and beat it. Like, get the secret ending. And well, we got YouTube now. Back then we didn't really heavy on YouTube, but look up the YouTube videos of the ending of that game and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So Sonic developed team, Sega guys, those guys owe us a new Sonic game. So I'm pretty interested to see, not saying that, you know, this is going to be it, but I'm pretty interested to see what it's going to be about. And are they going to really utilize the next generation graphics for this Sonic game? It'll be a big ball dropper if they don't and just come out with another Sonic the Hedgehog type deal, him and Tails, Knuckles or whatever. Like, that's cool, but again, previous podcast episodes, I'm always talking about doubling down, going all the way in on gaming. This is the time. This is the year. This is the new golden era of gaming. Yo, utilize next gen graphics. Um, Utilize the story and the history of Sonic. You know, put it out on all platforms. Don't make it exclusive. They usually don't, but you know, they usually make it on all platforms, of course. Cross mix Sonic and Sega era, if you can in some type of way. Now I'm kind of far fetching. They're probably not gonna do none of that, but this is just for like future predicaments of like, yo, if you know what I'm saying, Sonic can come and somehow go back in time and really like utilize next gen graphics and really utilize the story, put more into the story, cross-play it with other Sonic old games like history, Easter eggs, to find some type of way to implement multiplayer in it, online play, but still don't have to pay to play online. Like, make it interesting, make it fun, make it last long, and make people continue to come back and wanting to play the Sonic game and be a part of the Sonic community and history. I think if they focus on those things I just kind of named, maybe a really, really good Sonic game, you know? Because we got all the anniversary stuff, all the classic games re-released Sonic games. We got all that. So now it's time. I think it's time for a new bridge of Sonic to where, like, yo, if they can do those, at least give it a try. I think it'll do well. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see something new with the Sonic universe, if that makes any sense. But I think E3 is gonna be pretty dope, man. Oh, and the games we're getting for like June, I was looking at that. The virtual fighter, the virtual fighter 5 is gonna be dope. It's Street Fighter, yo. I know it's virtual fighter, but it's like, yo, all of the old arguments I had back in the day in gaming was like Virtual Fighter and Street Fighter. I was like, yo, it's freaking Street Fighter, yo, because Street Fighter is better, but we know Virtual Fighter is the game, is completely different. It's freaking Street Fighter. I wouldn't be surprised if Street Fighter bought those guys out or they crossed those games some kind of way in the future. Never happened. But point being, we're getting some Virtual Fighter 5 for the PS4. I'm glad to see that. I was like, all right, Street Fighter. That's why at the beginning of this podcast, you immediately heard me say, I probably said Street Fighter. It's always been a thing to where it's like Virtual Fighter, Street Fighter. Freaking Street Fighter, hands down. We know more about Street Fighter than Virtual Fighter. Maybe that's an argument I can have with some other gamers about Virtual Fighter and Street Fighter sometime in the day. But that's a pretty cool game we're getting free for next month for the PlayStation. It's gonna be dope. The June 2021 free PlayStation monthly games, and some Star Wars game. I'm not too much of a Star Wars fan, but hey, it's free. And pretty much more games. But yeah, this is Virtual Fighter 5, the Ultimate Showdown. I haven't played this one, to be honest with you. Now that I'm looking details into it, I haven't played this one, but freaking Street Fighter. Freaking Street Fighter. It's a competition of Street Fighter, and I'm a Street Fighter fan. It's like, yo, that dude, you can't tell me. The guy, I don't know the main character name. You can't tell me the guy with the white outfit don't look nothing like Ryu. Yes, he does, man. He looks like Ryu. I'm not sure which. I may need to go back and do my history research. Which one came out first, Virtual Fighter or Street Fighter? But those two guys, they look alike. They look like that's definitely Ryu all day long. That's Ryu twin brother. Moving on. But yeah, man, you know, we gotta have a little fun here on the podcast and you know, make the mess ups the jokes, you know what I'm saying, and make it all lovely. Yo, I was looking at this the first party studios of PlayStation Studios, and I'm not gonna name a bunch of them, but I'm looking at this like, yo, this is beautiful. You can put this up on a wall somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Check this out. We got Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rains, Returnal, Until Dawn. Again, I'm not going to name all of them. I don't want to butcher any names. We got Uncharted, Jack and Dexter, Last of Us. That's all Naughty Dog. Like, oh, okay, you know, kind of forgot about that. Sackboy, you know what I'm saying? That's the game with they was like the teddy bears, Build Your Bear almost like. We got All Star, that was pretty dope. Infamous, Oh, sure, yeah, the Ghost of Tsushima game. So many. God of War, Blood and Truth, Spider-Man, of course, can't forget that one. Ratchet and Clank, of course. Gran Turismo, of course. I forgot about this one. I need to zoom in. Shoot, I can't zoom in on this one. The Splinter Cell, I can't zoom in. I can't really see it, but Days Gone, like so many freaking Little Big Planet. That's completely different from Sackboy. Oh, show lives. Like the Astros Playroom, like that's one. We know the show is now on Xbox, but it's still freaking PlayStation Studios. Of course, Horizon Zero Dawn, Killzone. Those two guys made that. So, PlayStation got some hitters. They got some AAA title games up under their belt, studios that made some great games and still lives making great games. There's plenty more on that list that I didn't name because, again, I don't want to butcher any names or whatnot. But, PlayStation got some great stuff in the making, man, and have made some great stuff. So, real quick, man, for E3, I got to do a Nintendo rant before I get out of here. E3 for Nintendo. Listen, Nintendo, we're going to have to see some Super Metroid. We got to. It's been too long. Y'all ain't showed us nothing about Super Metroid yet. We got to see some Super Metroid, Breath of the Wild 2. Something about a new Nintendo console. We don't want no Switch Pro. Something about a new Nintendo console. We need to see something. Between those three will be the three big headlines for E3. And this will be the opportunity for Nintendo to really get back in the driver's seat of making great games. They're already kind of doing that, but the spotlight obviously is on Xbox Series X and PS5. So this would be the perfect opportunity for Nintendo to hop right in the driver's seat and kind of take E3 on out. Now I'm going to come back in here and really dive deep into other conversations to where I think it'll be great for E3, but I'm going to leave it right there because that's just my Nintendo rant. I can go on and on and on, but Thursday, I probably drop like 2 episodes of the podcast, one for the State of Play and talking about the other stuff that's happening on Thursday, Sonic and all that, and another podcast talking about what to expect at E3 and what we want from E3 and things that'll be a really great idea for E3. And Nintendo, I think that'll be a really great deal for you for E3 to talk about new Metroid, Breath of the Wild 2, and a new Nintendo console. Plus more, but those got to be the top 3. I don't want to hear nothing about a new Mario. I don't want to hear nothing about a new anniversary special bundle y'all got. No, we want new innovation technology, new ideas on IPs that you already got, new history on the history of characters that you already got in your pocket. Pull them back out. Reintroduce us to these characters, not like origins. Don't take us all the way back. Give us a new story, but we already know the character. You feel what I'm saying? So I always expect greatness from Nintendo because they are great. So I always expect greatness from Nintendo, period. I really wish they would kind of turn up the heat a lot of times. And that goes back to my philosophy years ago at the beginning of this podcast. Bring it all to the table. Xbox, go all the way in. I'm a gamer, yo. Go all the way in. Show us some new Halo gameplay. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to work on a new IP and say, look, this is going to be better than some new Halo. Really? You said that? Yeah, bring it out, man. Show us some new IP. Show us this perfect dark is going to make us want to get Xbox. PlayStation, double down and listen to the fans, yo. Make these games, you know what I'm saying, backwards capability for all of the PlayStation games. Come hard and go home when it comes to E3. You know what I'm saying? Double down on your IPs that you already got. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's go. Nintendo, crank it up. Let's go. Oh, and something else before I get out of here, man. What was this? I seen something earlier and I was like, yo, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Yeah. They're making a freaking Switch like portable gaming PC type deal. So Steam may be working on like that'll be actually Steam is working on some type of Switch-like portable gaming PC. Now, the reason that will be amazing is the fact that Steam already has a database of games. Why not? You know what I'm saying? And especially if you make it portable, go hard or go home when it comes to E3. If they give us more information about this thing, if this is true or whatever, give us more information about this. Show us the gameplay on these things. Show the hardware. Show us the product. And give us a release date by the end of this year. E3 is going to be exciting. Let's make E3 exciting again, man. That's what all this is about. It's the passion for it. Let's make E3 exciting again. E3, it be exciting, but I haven't, you know what I'm saying? I want to be blown freaking away. I want to be blown away seeing a new Metroid. Like, oh shit, this is it. Seeing Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, this is gameplay. Let's go. Like, it's there normally in gaming, but yo, show us. Bring us some gameplay. We don't want to see no footage, because they always get us with just footage, and then when the game come out, it look trash. We don't want to see that. Show us gameplay footage. So I'm really pumped for E3. I'm always excited and passionate about gaming, because you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know what these developers, what these guys may do. I'm always excited. I love all of it. And even if it's games I don't play or haven't played, I'm still like, yo, that looks freaking cool, you know? So I'm just excited for E3, and I really hope E3, like, go with it, man. Like, double down on these games, man. Like, come with it. You know what I'm saying? I can't express that enough. Come with it. Come with it, Xbox. Come with it, Nintendo. Come with it, Google. I ain't a big fan of the Google Stadia. Come with it. Amazon, you got a console teaming up with Twitch, and you broadcast everything that's on your console. Like, give us some new ideas. Come with it. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation, I know you ain't gonna be there. Your State of Play gonna be making its presence. You're already showing us what Horizon Zero Dawn, this whole new West series or whatever. That's what I'm talking about. Continue to double down and come with it and make E3 great. But not just make E3 great, make games great, period. Which has already been done, but make it greater. But yo, y'all stay tuned for the Thursday episode. I will be back in here Thursday. And I will be doing, like I said, maybe 2-3 episodes Thursday. They're gonna be dropping this gameplay footage of Horizon Zero Dawn. We're going to do some live revealing of it and reactions to it. So stay tuned for the Thursday episodes. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Master23Mind, IG, MastermindRGTV, YouTube here, MastermindRGTV, and YouTube guys, y'all be sure to swing on over to the podcast. You don't want to see me video. You want to hear me audio. I'm in your car, everywhere else. Real Gamer. Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, we everywhere. Real Gamer. You know what I'm saying? So we out. Y'all stay tuned for more. Peace.